Hi, I'm Linda Sessions, and I'm your instructor for business communications for the next 8 weeks. Now, this is an online class, but I want you to know that I am here for you. If you want to meet with me face-to-face, my office is at WSU South, which is on Harry Road, or we can do a Zoom meeting. Whichever works with your schedule, just reach out and ask me. You will be getting emails from me, and if you don't get assignments turned in on time, then I might be reaching out to you to find out, hey, what's going on? Remember, you're taking a class. 8 weeks goes by very fast. You have to follow the due dates. I don't extend the due dates, so all of the assignments during a module are due on Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Don't start working on assignments on Sunday because you're not going to get them done. I would even go so far as to say not starting them on Saturday, because if you have questions, you need to give me time to address your question and then get back with you. So start early in the week to work on your assignments. You can get stuff done early. That's awesome. Just not late. So let's jump into Blackboard in the class. I want to, for this video, go over a little bit of the textbook, how you get around in the textbook, and a little bit about Module 1. I do try to do videos every week for you where I introduce the topic, maybe answer some questions that I've gotten a lot of during the previous week, just to kind of bring stuff full circle for you, and also just to say hi so you have a face to go with your course. Every once in a while in the background of my videos you'll see a cat tail or a cat head. I've got a couple of gray cats that when I'm working on my videos, they seem to think that they need to have cameo appearances in them. So that's me. So let's jump into Blackboard and see what's going on. So here is your business communications class in Blackboard, and class right here at the first, it's going to let you know when your class officially starts. And the very first section here is where I will post information that I want you to have. And I usually put this little news flash on there just so you know, hey, check it out. So always refer and look at this What's New area in Blackboard when you pop in. If you are brand new to Blackboard, then here are some videos helping you navigate through Blackboard. The Start Here module is a module that you'll want to look at. My welcome letters in there. You're going to find more about me than you probably want to know. And also the syllabus is there. The syllabus is our contract between you and me. And one of the things on the syllabus that I wanted to talk about real quickly here is 4 student commitments and 4 faculty commitments. So we at WSU Tech want to make sure our students are successful. To that end, we came up with some commitment to success for both faculty and students. For students, what I want you to do is complete what you start. Try every single assignment. Don't just skip and choose, because every assignment has points. It's going to help you pass the class. If you have questions, reach out and ask them. I'm going to show you where some support resources are for this class. Make sure you utilize them. You're paying for this class. It is up to you to pass it with an A or a B, maybe a C, but I want you to pass. Make sure that you attend class, especially if you have a face-to-face class. For the online class, I don't have any set dates for the whole class to meet, because I know all of you are probably working. You have other classes. Some of you are going to be working on assignments and stuff on Monday. Some will be doing it on Wednesday evening. I mean, different times. But what I want you to do is make sure that you, as I said earlier, start early in the week so you get the assignments done. I want you to have some well-disciplined and organized habits. For your study area, I would suggest having one place in your house where you study. That gets your mind ready for studying. you know that when you sit down, that's what you're going to be doing. Don't study in your bed, because your bed's where you should be sleeping. And don't skip on your sleep. A lot of times that's the first thing that students give up on is sleep. And if you are tired and trying to study and trying to learn something new, it is going to be hard for you. So make sure that you get enough sleep, you get enough rest, complete what you start, ask questions, attempt every assignment, and have some good habits. What you can expect from me is I will be interacting with you. Now, this is an online class, so I won't be calling you, obviously, for questions and answers and stuff, but I'm going to be interacting with you on the internet, through Navigate, through Blackboard. Always check your WSU Tech email at least 2 times a week so you have any information from me. And again, through these videos in Blackboard. I'm going to be monitoring your behavior and your grades. On Fridays, I will be sending out reminders for the assignments that are due that week. And that's just what it is. If you haven't done the assignments for that week that are due on Sunday, on Friday, you will get an email from me, and it's just me reminding you, hey, don't forget, these assignments are due by Sunday night. You don't need to holler at me after you do them because the gradebook automatically updates, but I just want to let you know, hey, you don't have these done yet. Going to be having one-on-one meetings when we need to. Again, reach out if you want to schedule a meeting. I'm here for you. I want you to be successful. And while I do realize sometimes life happens, I am pretty strict on the due dates. So if something happens, reach out to me. I do realize that sometimes things happen that are out of our control. A lot of what we do in our life, though, is in our control. So if you need some help with time management or some study skills, hey, I'm your person. Reach out to me, and I will help you with all of that. So here in the syllabus, lots of other information. I'm not going to go through it all in this video because I don't want this video to be 3 hours long. But here at the bottom, you can see here are the assignments, how much the points are, and the due dates. All right. So let's go back in the class. We scroll on down the page. You've got the Start Here module. Here is a link to your e-text. Now, you've already paid for it, so you have access to the textbook right now. The first time you click on the e-text, you might have to create an account. Open in a new window here. You might have to create a new account or say that, answer some questions or something like that. I'm going to allow and continue for my cookies. Right here's my legal, the business. I need to click continue on this. You won't have to do that every single time, but right here is your textbook. A lot of students don't like e-text, but I do, and let me tell you why. Your textbooks are only as good and only as recent as the date they're published or the date that they're printed. When you have an e-text, especially this one, you're going to have links within the chapters that takes you to current world events. And communication, oh my gosh, it is exploding and it is changing all the time. So that's why I like the e-text. There is something to be said about holding a textbook. I mean, if you want to purchase the textbook, you can do that. I think you can find them on Amazon. Just do a Google. I think here on the next page. Oh, nope. If you want to purchase the textbook and you want the ISBN number, just give me a call. Send me an email and I'll send you that information. But you can see right here is part 1. This is going over chapters 1, 2, and 3, which is the first week of class. You've already got assignments, right? We're going to be looking at professional communication in the digital, social, mobile world. collaborating with your communication, and communication challenges. So there's lots of information here. Down here at the bottom is where you click and go to the next page. And there's figures. You always want to look at the figures when you're looking at your e-text or even a textbook. Try to get the information down. I was thinking, let me see, right here, real-time updates. There's sometimes you can go to this website and get more information about the topic of the chapter, which is why I like the ebooks. The other thing I like about the ebooks, if I come back up here on my tab and come back here, you've got the multimedia library for the course. And this is kind of cool. Let's look at this real quick. You can look at all the chapters. Let's just look at chapter 1 here. You can select all. You've got grammar help, flashcards. If I find all this now, here's flashcards that you can look at to help you learn vocabulary. It's going to pop up over here in a minute, I hope. Maybe it's not. My computer's been really slow today, which is the only bad thing about eText. Click here to launch. There we go. I couldn't see that behind my camera. So you can see right here, I've got Let's Study. Look at chapter 1. There's 31 terms in chapter 1. And this is just a flat card, like flashcards. What's the audience-centered approach? And here is information that you can go through and study. All right. I'm sorry, they changed this on me. Let's try this again. If I click on chapter 1 here and I go to Study Now, I'm going to select all, and then I'm going to select Study Now. So here's communication channels. If I click on this flashcard, it's going to let me know what the definition of that is. It's the system used to deliver messages. That's communication channels. You can go to the next one. Social communication module. That is an interactive conversational approach to communication in which formerly passive audience members are empowered to participate fully. So this is just a flashcard deck where you can look at the topic, the keywords for the chapter, and you can have them right here for you. So that is one thing that I really like about this, that having an e-text, is you have access to other information for your textbook. So let's come down into the module. So here's Module 1. Module 2 will be open at the end of the week. Here in Module 1, right here in Blackboard, it lets you know, hey, this is what we're going to be covering. We're going to be covering 3 chapters a week. And then it's going to give you the assignments. Now, the assignments are all automatically graded, so you're going to know how you did right then. And they all are using the e-text, so make sure you review that e-text before you go in to do it. So let's click here on Module 1. You have a checklist, which shows what's due that week again. You've got here the Chapter 1 simulation. Let's take a look at what we're looking at here. You're going to have to launch it in a new window, and it's going to be looking at the communication process. A lot of these are little, what I refer to as little vignettes. So there's going to be some text here, and if you need it to read to you, you can do that. But you're going to go and read through this, and then go next.
The electronics market is dynamic
And it's
highly competitive.
reading it to you.
For years, structural sound has been the leading seller of many innovative products. But lately, several new products failed to meet their forecasted sales numbers. The executive board believes that refocusing everyone's efforts on meeting the needs of the end customer will put the company back in the lead position. One way to accomplish this is to mandate that each employee
As
spend
you're
time
working
interacting
on this,
directly with customers and and learning more about what they want.
There's the pause button. As you're working through this, you're going to have some questions. It's going to ask you, hey, this is going to take place. What should you do next? And so you're going to be answering questions within these vignettes. And yes, these vignettes you do get points. You do get partial credit for stuff as well. But it's looking for the answer, the best answer, as it's been outlined in the chapter. You can do these one time and take your time, listen to what it's saying, and I know you're going to be learning some new things. You're going to be learning some new skills. For some of you, it's just going to be reinforcing what you already have, what you already know, what you already do in the workplace. So be open to learning some new things. But that's what all these vignettes are. They are wording. They're going to be talking to you, giving you a situation, and then they're going to be asking you questions. What's the best way to handle this particular issue when you're in this situation? So that's what those are all about. Go back here. So you've got your simulation here, then you've got a quiz, and the quiz is questions taken straight from the chapter. Then you have another simulation for chapter 2 and a quiz. Then 3 simulation and a quiz. Okay. So some weeks you might have 2 different interactive assignments that you need to do with the chapter. This first week I wanted to keep it kind of simple so you can kind of get your feet wet, understand what's going on in class. Also, every week except the 4th week and the 8th week, you will have discussion questions. So on the discussion question for this week, I'm going to click to launch here. And then you're going to select Create Thread. And the book describes the many ways business professionals can connect via smartphones, computers, podcast, YouTube, TikTok, lots of different ways businesses communicate. What device or medium do you use when you communicate at your business? Or if you're not in business yet, what's your preferred method of communicating with people? I have some people that they only use Instant Messenger. I have some that's Instagram. I have some that they're posting on TikTok all the time. I have my neighbor, she's strictly a phone call. Don't text her. Don't do any of that. Phone call only. So, yeah, how do you use it? What do you use? What I want you to do is reply to this. Your replies should be well thought out. 50 words. Write them minimum. Write them in complete sentences. I want you to use business English. You will get points taken off if you're using a lot of misspelled words or a lot of acronyms. This is not texties. I want business English. Post early in the week because I also want you to reply to one other student in your class by the due date. And so if somebody else isn't posted and you don't have anybody to post yet, you're going to have to go back in later and look at it. So post early in the week so your fellow students can comment on what you have to say. Like I said, each week, except for module week 4 and week 8, you will have discussion board questions. Week 4 and week 8 is the midterm exam and the final exam. They are both multiple choice exams. They cover information from the chapters that you have been learning about in the previous weeks. The other thing I try to do each week, I don't do it the first week because you've got so much getting used to everything on the plate, but I try to put articles that have to do with the current situation with communications in the business world today, just some additional information that you can read and you can learn about in today's business world. So, been a little crazy video. If you're still with me, thank you. As I said, I'm Linda Sessions. I want you to be successful in this class. This is a communications class. And this first week is a little crazy. But hang in there. We'll get you through. And welcome to WSU Tech in Business Communications.